to our coverage of Serie
Hey
A
guys, it's
football.
Underpowered, and we
Today
come
it's
into
AC
the
Milan
first game of this
against
episode
Lazio. Let's
in
head straight off to the
big
San
match
Siro.
against Lazio
It's a glorious
at the San
sunny
Siro,
day.
and
Here's
this
our
is
commentary
indeed
team,
our last our first game of the season. But yeah, just like yeah, as you might have noticed, just like with the Hoffenheim game, a few days are missing because the recording of it just didn't show up when I went to put it into the clip. But yeah, you'll find out more about the stuff that happened later on in this episode. But yeah, you see, I really was not confident coming into this game because, as I've said before, I'm really bad. And I'm not very convincing
starts up with
when it
Alessio
comes to
Cerci.
playing with this Milan side. In the Hoffenheim game, as I've said before already, we lost 3-1, and it was just a really poor match from me. And from that match, I just had no kind of hope for the rest of this series.
I have done for the last couple of months.
You see the lineups
like it
with Kandreva and Keita playing on the wings.
They will be expecting big things from the home side here.
Season
last, and they'll be looking to improve. Certainly, I think a Champions Cup
straight from the
place
kickoff,
is
you
not
see
beyond them.
Lazio giving the ball to Radu on the left side, who gives it to Jodrovic, who gives it back to Radu, who comes inside and gives it to Lulic, who slides it through to Radu, opens it to crosses off. And the ball comes to Jodrovic, but it turns sour and he doesn't get the header on it. The ball comes to Menez, who tries to lift it through to Cerci, who may be playing one of his last matches, and he just absolutely flops. He does a ton.
And the opponents come in strongly.
In my mind,
The referee
I was
asserting his authority here early on.
He's just going to do that. But yeah, you see the free kick.
Well, the free kick was well struck. The goalkeeper
shot
right behind it and holds on.
And I love doing that in this game. I find it so fun.
And good contact there with the header, and on the ball goes.
Near the
and it's Milan trying to attack
line,
now.
drives
Got to
past
be.
and gets
Might be
past
needed again, the
and
goalkeeper.
shoots, but it gets saved by the keeper.
Just be able
And
to
Milan can get
in their high standards in this game.
gets cleared away. But we see Kandreva coming down this left wing here, doing well to hold up the ball to get across it. And he gives it to Lulic, he shoots, but it just goes, it gets saved by Diego Lopez. He's a good keeper in this game, I just don't enjoy using him. Yeah, we see De Jong driving forward, but he gets tackled. And the ball comes down eventually to Kandreva.
He's got support here.
He's twisting and turning to try and lose Rami, but he ends up giving it to
challenge from the
Keita.
defender.
He swings the cross in, and again, it goes to Salmo for Jodrovic, and it gets cleared away. The ball comes to Cerci, and he drives and gets past us. He does well to get past him. He turns back to try and lose it, and he turns back again, but eventually, Devaya is caught up, tackles it, and gets dispossessed. In the 31st minute, we see Keita coming down the left wing, giving the ball to Lulic, who gives it, he's running around in circles trying to make
Return pass. In with a chance. Still in play here.
He gives it back to him, and Lulic just
They've got the ball.
smashes it out
Pitch
the
here.
ball, but Diego Lopez does well to save it.
Senad Lulic.
But yeah, the ball comes back to Lulic eventually. He gives it to Keita, who's on the other
Here's
side.
the chance.
He gives it to Kandreva, but the shot
Block has
gets
been
blocked,
made.
and comes to Lulic again. No, he comes to
This is the
Kandreva,
chance.
but
Well, he has a go.
as you can see, De Jong has gone down, and he is going to be
They're
out
in good
for
position
4
here.
weeks, unfortunately. But yeah, we see Abate's cross being blocked, and then his pass into Menez, into Cerci being blocked as well. And it gets cleared out for a throw-in, which comes to Milan. He gives it to Honda, who just turns around and puts it
Going to the middle now.
and
Menez.
Menez gets his hands on his hand on it, and then he scores. Because I really struggle with crossing.
Well, strike that one.
Well, you could hardly miss that. From the right wing, it was a perfect delivery.
And they got their reward for it.
That is the first goal that you guys will get to see of this series. So yeah, in the second half, early in the second half, we see Parola getting onto the ball, giving it to
On the
Jodrovic,
attack here.
who gives it to Keita, who plays it back into him, and he
He's trying
shoots,
to
but it goes just wide.
But it was just a question of First night
And
nerves.
later on in the 52nd minute, we see Lulic giving the ball to
Players
Kandreva.
limbering up
He
to the
gives
away
it back
team.
to Lulic.
Substitution
He
in the
just
offing.
walks through our
Got
defence.
to be.
Very
Just
well
pressure.
goal.
And that's a very
But
good
his shot
interception.
also goes wide next to side net. We see
Out
Billy
wide.
on
Good ball to stretch the opposition.
Try and get something out
Too
of
eager, too early offside. He's got it back again. The lead is still intact, but only just. The fans a mixture of nervousness and support.
Well, it's on an iPad this. I wouldn't like to call which way it's going to go.
Yeah, Kandreva, I think. And yeah, but yeah, we see. Was that Keita? Yeah, Keita's pass.
El Shaarawy.
Blocked by Rami and gave it to El Shaarawy. He gives it to Menez, who sees Milan through acres of space, and he just goes for it and just slots it. So it's nothing. It's a smart to look at, but invincible. They can feel
Well, Gio, you could never take that in the bottom left.
very confident, and maybe it's not too unrealistic for us to win the league. But yeah, we see the ball get launched forward to Keita, and his shot gets blocked, and he lifts it forwards to Keita and goes up with the back. And I don't know if anybody else noticed that.
Looking good, the way they took that goal.
Oh, the ball's falling to him there. It's just like a video game, isn't it? The way it's landed at his feet.
But anyway, I found that really cool, and I didn't know what was happening.
Atalanta
So, yeah.
1,
Anyway, we
Hellas
come into
Verona
transfer
1,
deadline day,
Genoa
seeing our
0,
inquiry
Napoli
about
3,
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain
AC
replied
Milan
to,
2,
and they
Lazio
quoted us for 8
1,
million, which I think
Palermo
is actually
0,
a really good price for
Sampdoria
him because
0,
he's young and he's
Torino
only going to get
1,
better.
Inter
But we tried
2.
to make a bit of deal out of it and go for, we bid 7 million euros for him. But yeah, and one thing, I'm just gonna get this clear right now. I know I say but yeah a lot, and yeah, as you might have seen there, De Jong will be out for 4 weeks. So we advance on through transfer deadline day, and we see that our 30 million plus Pazzini bid for Alexandre Lacazette has been accepted. I had to practice that, but yeah, this is one of the things, and you'll see why I'm going in for Lacazette in a second. But yeah, and yeah, this is one of the things that happened in the few days that just didn't show up. But yeah, we advanced further on into the transfer deadline day, and we see that Arsenal have accepted our offer for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and we offer him 80 grand on the wages, no bonus per goal, 4 years for contract length, and an important first team player, matching what he has now, with just with an extra year under contract. But yeah, as you may see there, fee agreed for Churchy, questions asked. We have let go of Churchy for 35 million. Yes, I know it's really unrealistic, considering he literally just joined the club, but I feel it was something that I had to do because I don't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy him. I feel he's slightly sluggish on the ball, and his long shots aren't. It's just not there. He's just not there for me. But yeah, we see that our bid for Ramirez was also rejected, and we see that Barcelona have also gone in for him for 16 million. But yeah, we see Lacazette accepting his contract offer, and we go straight ahead and we accept that, and we bring him into the club to replace Churchy, and hopefully that will be a fair replacement, and you will enjoy seeing him at the club. We see that Oxlade-Chamberlain has declined our contract offer, and straight away we just go for broke because we know that there's no time to mess about. We give him 120 grand on the wages, a 20% goal bonus, and a crucial first team player, and hopefully that will bring him in, but unfortunately it doesn't happen as we come into the last hour saying that he hasn't accepted it. But yeah, and that is how transfer deadline day will end. Unfortunately, only being able to bring in Lacazette to the club, I think. But yeah, and also we've signed a youth scout because I think they will add a bit of a nice touch to the career mode, bringing in youth players and developing them. And one thing is, I don't know if everybody will agree with this, but I will be bringing them up before May, because bringing them up after May means that their physical attributes won't grow at all, and I will hate that. That will annoy me so much because I don't know if you've seen any of Cutsy's career modes, but there was a player called Koto, Florencio Couto, who he was a good player and he could have been great, but he stayed at about 52 acceleration and 50 something else pace. But yeah, and I do not want that to happen. Yeah, and that first highlight is a bit of an indication to what type of match this was. It was pretty hopeless on our side, and we didn't make as that many chances. But yeah, we see Jakera coming through, giving it to Kasano, who put a cross into the box. Nah, Biani, sorry, who put a cross into the box, which gets cleared away only as far as Jakera again, who gives it to Kasano, but his shot goes hopelessly high and wide. And yeah, we see Kasano on the ball again, giving it to Biani, plays the 1-2 back to him. He gives it to Aqua, who puts it across to Belfodil, but it's straight at the goalkeeper, and Diego Lopez just holds it. He launches it up to Menez, who tries to give it to Lacazette, but Lacazette gets dispossessed, and it comes to eventually to De Chegli, who gives it back to Aqua, who gives it to Mariga, who almost loses the ball, but Aqua is there to pick it back up. And Yakera lets off a shot, but it gets saved by Diego Lopez again. We see the ball being launched up to Lacazette in the 20th minute, and he just runs. And that's one thing that I really like about him. Unlike Churchy, he's not sluggish on the ball at all. So he just runs and tries to get inside and lay it off to Menez, but he gets dispossessed. And then eventually the ball comes to Belfodil, and he does well to hold up the play to kind of bring his teammates up with the play as well. And I don't know what I was doing here, but yeah, it was just absolutely poor defending on my part, and I apologize. It was bad, and there's no excuses for that. Yeah, we see Montalivo come onto the ball here, trying to launch it up to Menez for him to run onto it, but he gets tackled, but Menez eventually gets back onto the ball, and he just gets absolutely erased by Costa, which is just, it reminded me of Diego Costa and how he's a really angry little mean player. But yeah, we see El Shaarawy looking to put it into the box, but it comes to Niang eventually, who tries to make some space for a shot, but unfortunately he gets dispossessed, and the ball is at De Chegli's feet, and he runs with it, trying to run probably to the corner flag to try and waste time, but he gives it to Cassano, who just yeah, as I said, just is running just in no direction at all. But he gets dispossessed, but that is how the half will end. And it was a pretty boring half. Other than their goal, nothing, and nothing exciting happened for us. But Parma were calling all the shots in this match. The ball in the 63rd minute, the ball comes to Chegli, who gives it to Mariga, who gives it to Yakera, who lays it off to Cassano, whose shot is very well placed into the corner, but Diego Lopez gets there, and I don't understand. I don't understand where the foul was. Abate was trying to header the ball out, and Belfodil jumped onto him. And that was a penalty. I don't know. If any of you can watch it back and tell me where the penalty was, then I will love you forever. But from my perspective, it was an incredibly soft penalty. We see Cassano stepping up to take it, and I don't fancy doing any of that stuff, but Diego Lopez saves the penalty. I think Diego Lopez has been one of our best players this season. Even though we've been in a bit of stuttering form with the win against Lazio and the loss here against Parma, Diego Lopez has been outstanding in both games, but I still just can't come to loving him. I don't know why. I just don't like him as a player because most shots that have any sort of pace, it will just outwit him completely. But yeah, that is how this episode will end. Uh, I really enjoyed these matches, and hopefully you'll enjoy them too. Thanks for watching. Take care.